from Richard's Guitar Studio, and today we're going to go over the solo to the song Let It Be by the Beatles. This is a great solo to get into if you're just starting lead guitar. So I'll play it for you and then give you some pointers. The tabs are linked to our video, so bring those up and I'll take you through each part. Alright, so that's the solo. It's using the C major pentatonic scale. If you've seen our pentatonic lesson series, you'll notice that it's A minor pentatonic positioning in the key of C major. If you haven't done that, then it's a good series of lessons for figuring out how to use the pentatonic scales, and this is a great example of that. So, so letter A starts off on the 5th fret. You have to bar your first finger to play that chord. Before you do anything, you want to get that chord down. The 5th fret on the D and G strings. And then you want to hammer your 3rd finger on the 7th fret and the D string. And you want to try to do that without dampening the G. Like that. You want to hear both notes. You play it again. Slide with the 3rd finger. Alright, so that's the first measure, the pickup measure. And you have this part, the first full measure here. Alright, so that's getting into the second measure there. So you have a 3rd fret, slide with the 3rd finger, hammer, and then a full step bend. You can tune that by playing the 9th fret and then bending to hear that note. You're going to hold the bend and play the string one more time before releasing the bend, like this. Bend, play it again, and then release. So, alright, so that's the last measure in the first line. So that's the entire part A. So part A sounds like this. Alright, the next part, you're going to slide on your 3rd finger, play the 2nd finger on the 8th fret, and I just leave the 3rd finger down. Slide back, so slide up, play this note, and then play the 9th fret again, and slide back. Then hammer. Now this you have to hold the 7th fret bend, play the 5th fret, play the 7th fret again, and then release. So bend, 5th fret, 7th fret, so that measure sounds like this. Now I'm playing a guitar that has a tremolo bridge, floating bridge. If you have one, you're going to notice that this note is going to go out of tune a little bit. So sometimes I try to bend it to try to tune it, but if you have a fixed bridge, it should be no problem. Alright, so the second measure in letter B sounds like this. So you have 2 pull-offs, 3rd finger slide, hammer. Then you're going to jump with your 1st finger from that 3rd fret during this brief rest to the 5th fret for a 3-note pickup note, or pickup into letter C. So that measure, again, the second measure in part B. entire part B sounds like this. Forgot that last part, sorry. So then letter C. If I play it's better to play the 3 pickup notes from letter B into part C. So if you want to practice doing that. So now we're into letter C. Alright? So this part, try not to let them ring together. Like that. So take your 3rd finger, slide from 7 to 9, and then your 2nd finger on the 8th fret. And then your 3rd finger on the 10th fret there. So the first measure in letter C sounds like this. Next measure, hammer, full step bend. You can tune that with the 12th fret. Play it again, and then release. Pull off, hammer, and this note is the first note in letter D. So that spot there at the end of letter C, you have a full step bend, you play it again, release, pull off, hammer, and then pick the first note of letter D. So that technique of bend, release, pull off is fairly common in rock guitar playing, so you want to get that down, you want to master that part. So then letter D, you have a high 15th fret bend, and he kind of like lets this one kind of just fall down. It's not really like a... sorry, I keep messing up. It's not very definitive like that. It's kind of, you know, a slow release. Then you have a bend, release, pull off again, and then pick the 15th fret. And then the last phrase, again, you have a bend, release, pull off. You add a hammer onto this one, and then pick the 13th fret. Alright, so letter D starts here. Alright, so I'll run through the solo one more time slowly, and hopefully it's helpful. So that's the solo. Any questions, send us an email, richards@richardsguitarstudio.com, and have fun with that one.